Okay, I guess I'm live. Hey, everybody. Let me pull up my notes here. I got some stuff to share with you today, and I'll give it another minute. I sent out a text. If you are not on my text notification list, then you can send a text to, how do you like my sparkly cell phone? You can send a text to the number 41242 and then type in keyword Debbie Live. So it's one word. So don't let your autocorrect put it into make it into two words. So phone number 41242 to subscribe to my text reminders 41242 and type in Debbie Live and to the keyword and hit send. And that will subscribe you to my text reminder list. And I thought I would jump on here really quick. I don't have a lot of time tonight. I haven't been on here lately as much. I've missed going live and interacting with all of you. It's just been kind of crazy since CBF Live ended back in April. I've been out of town 3 times, just hit the ground running and trying to catch up. But I am so pumped from a training event that I was on tonight with Art Locke, one of our CBF master, our CBF master coach, Art Locke. And we were on a training together. And I hung up the phone. I was super excited, super pumped, and just wanted to share a little bit with you because I sent him a text and I said, you realize that was like $10,000 worth of advice that people got tonight on the training. And it's just really incredible. So let's see here. Let's see if my live feed is coming up yet. Sometimes it takes a while. Let's see if, and the text hasn't come through yet. So let's see. Let's see here. Bear with me, guys. The text hasn't come through. So I hate to just talk and people don't have a chance to be with us live. So let me refresh my screen. And internet's acting a little bit funny. There we go. So now I can hopefully see the comments. So type into the comments, hello. What is the temperature where you're at? I know I tend to be a little obsessed. There's the text. It just hit. So I know I tend to be a little bit obsessed with the temperature. I don't know why. It's an illness. But Flower Mound, 79 degrees. And that is so unusual for May in Texas. In Texas, it should be pretty screaming hot by now. And we've had cool weather. I don't know how cool it was this morning, but our mornings have been cool. Our afternoons have been cool. Last Saturday, we had a spectacularly gorgeous day. And I have high hopes that we're actually going to have a mild summer. That doesn't mean come August, it isn't going to get to 100 degrees, but it's not going to be 2 months of 100 degrees. So, hey, Maria, great to see you. So glad you're in the house. Say hello, guys, when you're here. And tell me what temperature it is where you're at. I'm just curious. What's the temperature, people? Jody says, I'm so lucky I get to spend my birthday. Oh, Jody, happy birthday, everybody. Please give Jody a happy birthday shout out. Happy birthday, Jody. I'm so lucky I get to spend your birthday with you on here. So that's so cool. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Hey, Leslie, great to see you. Maria and Leslie and Jody are in the house. And let's see here. I think Jody just lost connection. Either she did or I did. But anyway, so great to see all of you here. And I was so excited. I was so pumped when I hung up the phone from the training that we did tonight, the sales success training. And for many of you that did not register, you should be kicking yourself. We're already 2 nights into it and we have 2 more nights left. It actually is not too late. So Jody, they're saying happy birthday to you. Hope happy birthday and hope your day was beautiful. So sweet. Hi, let's see, Elaine Richards. Hello. So let's see if I missed any other. Oh, Albuquerque is 84 degrees. Ooh, that's not bad. That's not bad. I like 82-ish, Somebody else said happy birthday. Hello, Kelly Watkins. So I'm on the StreamYard where it doesn't show your names so much. April is in the house. Francis says happy birthday, Jody. So such a sweet community we have here at CBF. Let me take that off the screen. Let's see here. There we go. All righty. So tonight I was just really pumped because it was the second night of our advanced sales success lab. So those of you that took our sales success training maybe a year ago, this was our very first time to roll out the advanced sales success lab. And I really love it. It is a self-guided, self-paced, module-driven program. So you do get to do your modules in your own time, right? You don't have to be on here with us at 6 p.m. You do get to do your modules and, download your handout and go through the material on your own. But then we schedule 4 live in-person calls to kind of review the material that you just went through and learned and answer your questions, give very specific maid service industry specific examples. And so it's just a great program. You have full access to the program for an entire year, so you can train your staff, you can retrain yourself. If you struggle with sales, you probably want to go through it every 2 or 3 months in the beginning if you really struggle, or at least at a minimum twice a year. And then if you have a sales team or you are hiring a sales team, it is very comforting to know that you actually have proven processes to teach your newest salesperson how to succeed at selling more services. That's the thing. As business owners, we tend to be really good at selling our service, even without formal training. We're pretty good at it because we're enthusiastic and we're passionate about our service and we kind of know our craft. But as we grow and scale and begin to add people to our administrative team, it's much harder to pass on that gift that maybe it took us 10 years to develop because we didn't have professional sales training. We just learned by trial and error and through years of experience. It's very hard to teach a brand new salesperson the experience you have in your head that you gained through trial and error, right? That's not a system. It's not a process. It's certainly not a science. And so if you want to scale your business, if you don't want sales to stop when you go on vacation for a week, or if you don't want to wreck your vacation because there's really nobody in the office that does sales but you, or nobody in the office who's good at sales, and you don't want to wreck your vacation by constantly having to take sales calls while you're out of town, you have to have a process and a system that is proven and successful and based in science to train your sales team and to up-level your sales skills as a business owner. Every time I go through the material, the basic sales success, and then now for my first time to go through the advanced sales success lab, every time I go through the material, and I've been selling for 35 years, every time I go through the material, I learn something new, or I'm reminded and reinforcing a concept that I know, but I'm not following, or a concept that I understand, but I'm not practicing it, or I haven't improved it. And so just going through the sales success training has been phenomenal for the students that have signed up. So I'm going to share some of the concepts with you right now and just give you a little taste of how impactful improving your sales skills are. And I started the talk off by saying, this is $10,000 worth of advice. The people that are in this class that apply these principles more than likely will close one more sale a month they probably wouldn't have closed, right? I mean, we all close sales because somebody has a need, we're available, and they said yes. That's not sales skills. That's, hey, I need my house cleaned. Are you available? Nobody else is answering their phone or nobody else is cleaning because they're all shorthanded, right? That's not sales skills. But if we had better sales skills, do you think you would win at least one more client that you wouldn't have won because of the lack of skill? Would you have won one more a month? And that's why I say this is $10,000 worth of advice. Imagine if you won one client more a month for a full year. because you're just better at sales. You're using the science of sales instead of just winging it and winning the job by default, right? I mean, we all want to win the job by default. Yes, I have an opening Friday. Yes, I take credit cards. Boom. That's winning by default. But I want to win more than those by default. I want to win the ones that are like, well, I'm just checking out, right? I'm checking around and whatever. I want to win as many as I can. So imagine if you closed one sale a month, one more, because you invested in the sales success training that you probably would have lost. Okay, that's 12 sales in a year. Now, most of us are able to retain half of the people that we clean for the very first time. Most of us, right? Many of you are retaining a higher percentage than half, right? A lot of people are retaining more than 50% of the people that use you actually sign up for recurring. But let's just say your retained customer ratio. So I won 12 more sales this year than I would have without these sales skills. And half of them signed up recurring. So let's just focus on those half. I'm not even talking about all the money you made on the other half. Let's focus on the half that said, after they tried you, after your amazing improved sales skills, influence them to say, yes, here's my credit card. Can you come tomorrow? Can you come next week? Let's say 6 of them signed up recurring. Let's do the math. Nowadays, on average, I used to say $3,200 a year is what a recurring client will spend, but I've upped it because prices are going up all over the country. So if you're in the modules and you hear me say an average client spends $3,000 to $3,200 a year, it's upwards of $3,400 now, right? So let's say the average client spends $3,400 a year for recurring, right? They're weekly, biweekly, or monthly, times those 6 that you retained from the 12 new sales you made. Do you realize that's $20,400 in new revenue that you generated simply because you improved a few scientific methods in the sales process? That's it. You retained 6 new recurring customers because you won one a month that you wouldn't have normally, and you retained half of them. Right? 6 new recurring customers that said yes to you that otherwise might not have, because the sales skills wouldn't have won them that you had before. Those 6 will generate $20,400 a year to your business, a year, right? And most of those 6 are still going to be with you 2 and 3 years later, right? So times 3 years, that's $60,000 worth of business, right? And if you get better at sales and you raise your marketing budget and you're actually attracting more customers and winning at a higher percentage, right? You can raise your prices and still win. A lot of people are winning their clients because they're just cheap and you don't even know it. A lot of people have a very high close ratio, not because you're amazing, not because your sales skills are over the top fantastic, but because your price point is very low. It's not a great reason to win a sale. I mean, it works if you're the cleaner, the owner who cleans. It doesn't work if you're trying to get out of the field and run a profitable business where you can pay your staff, right? You can't be the lowest price provider. And if you're not the lowest price provider, you have to have some pretty good sales skills to win the clients when you're not as cheap as everybody else. You have to have great sales skills to win them still, right? So that's one reason why I'm so pumped is I did the math and I was like, wow, this is $10,000 worth of advice. But that's only if you had won 3 customers. I'm saying most people who are in our Sales Success Advanced Lab this week are going to increase their revenues a lot more than $10,000 a year as a result of investing in themselves. So let me just tell you real quick, and then I'm going to go over a few points that we covered tonight that I just think are fabulous. And it's great reminders and reinforcement. If you've heard this before, for some people, this is cathartic. They've never really heard the science around the selling and the buying process for the clients. And I do want to show you the Advanced Sales Success Lab, and I want to share my screen so that... Let's see if I can remember how to do it. I haven't done it in a while here. Share your screen. Duh. There we go. Let's see, my Chrome tab. There it is. Well, that was easy. Okay, you should be able to share the StreamYard. Stop sharing. Okay, so you should be able to see my screen. And if you go to DebbieSardoneTraining.com, DebbieSardoneTraining.com, you will see the Sales Success Advanced Lab on the right. And that's what we've been going through. What a lot of our Cleaning Business Fundamentals members have taken is Sales Success. That's the first course. It's the basics. It's really good. So you have two options. Right now, we're going through the Advanced Sales Lab. But Sales Success, charge more, win more, and make more. I'm sorry, but you will make more money as a result of investing in this course, period. And if you don't want to make more money, do not sign up. But the first course that we have offered in the past, and people have repeated over and over again, I've sent my own staff at Buckets and Bows Maid Service through the basic course, Sales Success, because we do want to charge more, and we do want to win more, and we want to make more. So in that basic course, the first course, and it is $397. If you don't think winning more sales is worth $397, you don't want more money. I mean, that's just bottom line. So let's cover the topics here. Prospecting power, finding and spending more time with better leads, right? We do spend a lot of time with tire kickers that are never going to pay what we charge. So, spending more time with better leads. Relationship selling. So many people think this is a thing of the past, and you are leaving money on the table. Relationship selling. Building trust quickly is the key to more sales. And then identifying needs accurately. Most of the time, cleaning business owners who have not had sales training think that the needs are all about the dusty blinds, the dusty tables, the dirty shower, the cat hair on the floor. And that's what we assume, and we sell that way. We're going to show you how to identify needs accurately. They go way behind a dirty bathtub, way beyond that. And then making persuasive presentations. Every time you talk to a prospect on the phone, you are making a presentation. Every time you do an in-home estimate, you are making a presentation. Are you persuasive, or are you just winning by luck or by sheer last-minute need? And then overcoming objections. So many people get nervous when the customer says things like, wow, that's kind of high. Or, well, my neighbor doesn't pay that much, or I never used to pay that much when I used service before, right? How do you overcome objections? How do you handle any question or concern that you're going to get from the client, right? Overcoming objections, because if you can overcome the objections, you walk away with a credit card. And then closing the sale. Techniques for bringing the sales conversation to that successful close. At the end of the day, you want their business. So closing the sale, and then the new realities of selling. Now, that's $397. It's all self-paced, and you could buy that now. That's the basic course, and it's self-paced. What we're doing right now is the advanced lab, and it's $597. So maybe you did sales success with us last year, and you're like, how did I miss the advanced lab? Well, jump in. You can get in. It's $597. If you're like, oh, I wish I had known about this, I would have done both. Well, you can. For $799, I'll let you do both. So you can pay $799. You can go through sales success this weekend. It's not that many modules. You can go through sales success this weekend. It's self-paced. And then you can go through the 4 custom modules that Art Locke and I did to debrief sales success and give you specific implementation strategies and listen to the questions that students asked. So you can go through that. And then it's not too late to just join us on the last 2 live calls of the Advanced Sales Lab. It's not too late. So if you want both, if you're kicking yourself for not opening your emails, not paying close attention, and you've never done this, I mean, what is $800, $799? What is that in comparison to the $20,400 in new revenue that I just gave you an example of? If you won 6 new recurring customers simply as a result of improved sales skills that would have gotten away, that would have gone elsewhere. So for $799, you can have both. You can have both. Or if you've already taken Sales Success and you're like, I want the advanced only, you can get that for $597. So here's how it works. If you do both, you just click this, get it for $799. You will have immediate access to both courses. You can take the sales basics first, or you can just jump right into the advanced lab and take the sales basics later. It doesn't matter. Both are incredible. The advanced lab, if you start that, you can join us Monday night for the live call. We have 2 more live calls. Now you missed the first 2, but we've already uploaded them in the portal. So the one we did tonight, you'll get to listen to that and you'll love it. I mean, it is so good. The one we did Monday night, you'll be able to catch up with that. So you'll do those first couple of modules. You can listen to Monday night's debrief, right? It's our live debrief, and listen to all the questions, the examples, the implementation strategies. So yeah, you've missed 2 of the live calls, but we still have 2 more live calls next week starting Monday. And I believe they are Monday and Thursday. Let's see if it's on here. I'm sure there's a calendar when you hit, when you purchase, it'll tell you, but if you want to be on the live calls, in fact, let me just check that real quick. Let's see here. Monday is at the 24th. And then are we again on Thursday? Probably. Yes. So Monday and Thursday of next week. And that'll wrap us up. That'll wrap up the advanced class. But the good news is it's all self-paced. So you can make the purchase now while it's at this price point and go ahead and get both and join us live, or go ahead and get both and catch up on the replay in your spare time, either one. But it is phenomenal. With the advanced sales lab, there's 7 new online video training. And again, it's all self-paced. And then of course we have our 4 live Q&A sessions to kind of debrief and help you with implementation, and then a surprise bonus training content. Obviously, we always like to give surprises, and then you're going to have continued access for a full year. So what's beautiful about this is I have used this program to train my sales team at Buckets and Booze Maid Service, because they don't have my 35 years of experience if they were just hired a year ago. Right? They don't have that. And I'm an absentee owner and I want time freedom. I want an automated system to train my salespeople. I don't want to have to go in and spend 8 hours training a new salesperson. That doesn't get me excited. For those of you with advanced businesses, it doesn't even make sense for you not to take the sales success and the advanced sales. It doesn't even make sense. If you have advanced businesses, if you have an admin team, you have an office manager helping you with sales, if you have a salesperson or 2 or 3, doesn't even make sense for you not to take this program. Here's why. Your close rate as the business owner, you might be closing 50% of everyone you talk to, but your less experienced, maybe not professionally trained sales team is probably closing at 30 to 40%. And you know it. And that 10% is probably costing you tens of thousands of dollars a year. And people step over a penny. People step over $1 to pick up a penny all the time. Instead of looking at the tens of thousands of dollars that you could be making if you up-leveled your skills and up-leveled the skills of the people you train, right, to sell, instead of focusing on the tens of thousands of dollars you could be bringing in more as a result of better skills, people will focus on the price point and go, oh, I can't afford $799, right? And then they go and buy like some crazy electronic that costs $300 or $400, right? That's not going to bring them tens of thousands of more dollars in a year. So anyway, that's my snarky little analysis, and I don't mean to be too snarky, but let me share some of the stuff that really got me jazzed tonight. So one of the things we talked about tonight, which was night 2 of the live Q&A and debrief, was how buyers buy, right? We don't even understand that there's actual science around how buyers buy and influencing the customer behavior when it comes to buying. We all have to be better at influence. If you don't get good at influencing people, if you don't get better at that, if you don't get good at influencing people, You will lose the sale to a crummy competitor. And who does that serve? That doesn't help the customer who thinks, that you're both kind of equal because cleaning is cleaning. You haven't served that person. You let them get away to a crummy competitor who won't do a good job, who might break stuff, who has a sloppy team that doesn't have the professional training that you have. And then you will have missed out on the revenue for yourself, for your growth, and for your employees to have another job to clean. And so we've got to get better at sales. And the market is crazy right now, right? The labor market is really tight. All of us should be raising our prices. Well, it's harder to win a sale when you're priced at the top of the scale. You better be good. But boy, isn't it worth it to raise your prices to get more for the cleanings ever, and just learn how to get better at winning the sale when you're not the cheapest deal in town. So tonight we talked about how buyers buy and influencing customer behavior. So let me bring up something that we talked about. There are some common motivators that drive most purchases. If anybody wants to type in, now, if you were on the call tonight, don't answer because we don't want to give it away. We know you're the smartest people in the room because you invested in your mind. But for those of you that were not on the call tonight, there are some common motivators that drive most purchases. So not just maid service, right? It could be buying a car, it could be buying a house, it could be buying clothing, or buying tires for your car, whatever. But there are some common motivators that drive most purchases. Anybody want to take a stab at some guessing? Anybody want to see if you can guess at some common motivators, just in general, that influence purchasing? So let's see if I can, all the marketing I am doing, I should be picking up more. So now I will. Absolutely. Okay, let's see. Anybody want to take a stab at it? Let's see. I've noticed that people are price shopping, but you can do this and still win the, right. Who cares if they're price shopping? If you're amazing at sales, the price shopping ends with you. They may have called 2 or 3 of your cheapest competitors or answered a home advisor, request, right? They may have. But if you're really good at sales, the shopping ends with the phone call to you, right? So, influencing, okay, a spouse might influence, right? But what are some personal motivators for people? Emotional buying. Okay, Jody, very good. People do buy on emotion, period. But what motivates people to buy, right? And we do make emotional decisions when we buy. But what motivates us? What are some common motivations that drive us to purchase? Just some motivations, right? So emotions, that's how we buy quickly, right? But what makes us want to buy? Building relationships. So I'm going to give some tips. So you guys are so far off base, right? Oh, somebody, Frock and Scrubs come in late. Let's see if anybody's trust. Those aren't motivators, right? I'm talking about what motivates you to buy. This is not commonly known. Most people don't know this. So I don't want anybody to feel like, oh, I should know this. No, this is what makes you better than your competitor. This is how you win when your competitor is scratching their head going, how come they're growing so fast, right? It's because these are things most people don't know, and especially cleaning business owners. So let me share some common motivators that drive most purchases, right? Why do people buy a Rolex when they can just look at their phone and get the time, right? What motivates their purchase? Why do people buy a Rolex when they can just look at their phone to get the time? Okay, there's a motivator there. What is it? Why? Great service can't motivate you if you've never used them, right? Great service is something that keeps you in their door, but it doesn't get you in their door the first time. They don't know if you're great or terrible, right? So let's see. Status. Thank you, Johanna. Status, right? So one of the motivators that motivates people to purchase anything, whether it's maid service or something else, is status or wealth, right? Status. It's like it motivates people. I don't know why. It's human nature. Something else. What motivates people? Something else. To make a purchase with you. Let's see. Looks like your camera became unplugged. Well, oh, can you guys see me anymore? All of a sudden, my camera croaked. Let me see if I can fix it. Isn't that weird? Let's see. Craziest thing. Let's Okay, hopefully you guys can still see me. I have no idea what happened. Let's see if anything changes. All right. My computer's been acting up a little bit, but okay, so let's get back to it. Okay, here's a good one. Somebody typed in declining health. So I'm going to kind of shorten that and say health. That's a motivator, right? People will purchase for their health. So let's think about what that looks like. Why would they purchase from you? I would say in a post-pandemic world, a motivator being health is they're fearful of germs, or a motivator to buy from you is you were able to demonstrate a level of safety in a post-pandemic world, right? So in the CBF formula, the CBF training that we do, the Cleaning Business Fundamentals training, it's all about solo cleaners for recurring services, right? Your weekly, your biweekly. It's not about team cleaning. We teach people that team cleaning is one of the worst ways to run a residential cleaning business. There's a long story and philosophy around it that I realize it's not for everybody, but in a post-pandemic world, our solo cleaner model is a really great way to win sales, right? Because people are worried about their health. They're worried about, are you going to come into my home and spread germs, or are you going to come into my home and eliminate germs? So health is a good one. That was good. I wouldn't say declining health. I would say a motivator is health, right? I'm going to buy from you because I feel very safe around the policies that you shared with me regarding social distancing, sanitizing, etc. Right? So that's a motivator. Is I don't want to take a risk nowadays with those Craigslist cleaners that are unprofessional, or those underground cleaners. Right? That's a motivator. It's like I used to be okay 2 years ago with underground cleaners and getting myself a cheap deal, but I'm more motivated by health nowadays than maybe I was in the past. Not everybody, some people, right? So let's go on. Saving money and time. Okay, so let's talk about that. A motivator, saving money and time. So I'm going to put that into two categories. One category is convenience, right? So a motivator to drive purchases is convenience. That motivates me. And there's proof that that's a universal motivator for all of our buying. Because we all know that many of us will pay double for some things if we can just go on Amazon, click, order it, and have it shipped to our door. Many of us will. A lot of people will. Why? It's convenient, right? Or we'll pay 30% more. It's like, yeah, I could run to Walmart and get that, but I'd rather pay, $4 more for it and have it delivered to my door so I don't have to park 5 miles from the door and fight the parking lot and the rolling grocery carts and all the people, and then go through this gigantic Walmart store and look all over the store for this thing I want to buy. Heck, I'll just go to Amazon and have it delivered to my house, and I'll pay $3 or $4 more for it, right? We pay for convenience. Convenience is a huge motivator. Do you know how to sell convenience around your service? Do you know how to sell it? One example with convenience is easy scheduling. Yes, we take credit cards, right? Those are conveniences that help influence the buyer to go ahead and be motivated to buy from you instead of from somebody else who might be a little cheaper, but they're not convenient. I've left them 3 messages. They haven't called me back. They're not convenient. They don't take credit cards. They only take cash. They're not convenient, right? So status or wealth, convenience are powerful motivators. Health is a powerful motivator. And then let's see, there was another one. Saving time is a powerful motivator. Saving money, well, we hope that is not a motivator to hire our service, right? Because we shouldn't be the cheapest company. If you're really good at what you do, especially if you've been through the CBF program, I hope you're the most expensive cleaning service, not the cheapest. So I'm not going to say saving money in why people should buy from me would be a motivator, but saving time, powerful motivator. Anybody else want to share a motivator? I'll just share one more. Well, there were more on the list, but I'll share one more. This is a good one. So this is another one we talked about. Ego, right? Everybody else in the neighborhood has a cleaning service. Why don't we? Right? Ego. Oh, I have a maid service that comes to my house on Fridays. Yeah, I'm just going to lounge around on the weekends, talking to your girlfriends, talking to your coworkers, right? Ego is, I got this car parked out in front of my house and I have people who come in and clean. These are powerful motivators. I'm not saying everyone is motivated by the same things, but I am saying one person is motivated by ego and status. Another person is just motivated by always having the best thing. They drive the best car. They buy the best watch. They hire the best maid service, not the cheapest, not the underground cleaners, the best, right? So wealth and status, and then health, right? I choose you because I believe you can keep me healthier and safer in a post-pandemic world versus an underground cleaner that now maybe I'm more leery of. And yeah, I'll pay more for it, right? So those are incredible, powerful, proven motivators for people to make any kind of a purchase, whether it's buying a Lexus or a Mercedes or a Rolex watch or, a Tesla, right? People don't drive Teslas because they're worried about the earth. And Tesla knows that. Every salesperson knows that. There may be that rare person who does, but no. People drive Teslas for the status, period. These are powerful motivators. And when you're really good at sales, you understand these powerful motivators. Let me share just a couple more things. And of course, we go into great detail and the principles of how to understand these proven scientific facts around influencing customer behaviors and the common motivators in buying. I mean, these are universal facts. This isn't anything that we made up or Brian Tracy made up, but here's just a couple more things I'm going to throw at you. And there's just so much more we could talk all night about. So fun. But influencing the customer's behavior, right? Too many cleaning companies are, excuse me, are selling and winning the job on the quality or on the price, right? You're not that expensive, so you get chosen. It's not a great feeling to be chosen because you're a bargain. That's not a great feeling. I don't want to be Nordstrom selling my service at Walmart pricing. I don't. I want to be Nordstrom's charging top dollar for my services. So too often times we're selling on quality. Oh, we're the best in town. We clean better than everybody else. Or we're selling on price. And both of those are kind of hard to scale and really grow big because they don't work. Those two reasons why people buy from you don't work when the owner wants to not do all the cleaning anymore. So here's a couple of influencing customer behaviors when it comes to buying. One of the modules covers a major buying trigger in the process. And it's kind of odd. It's probably going to be new for most of you. It's reciprocity, right? Reciprocity. You think of reciprocity as positive guilt, right? You did something nice for me. Of course, I want to do something nice for you, right? And that's not negative. It's just the way we're wired, right? Reciprocity isn't like a gimmick. It's just human nature, right? So I'm not saying this because, I want you to trick people into feeling guilty. No, I'm saying when you are authentically kind or giving, not gimmicky, but authentically kind or giving or offer something very nice and extremely appreciated, there is that positive guilt that comes with human nature. If you're a decent person, you want to reciprocate. And so this is a buying trigger, is reciprocity. And so you think about the things that you can do in the cleaning industry. I'm not going to go into the examples we gave on the call tonight because it would take too long, but we gave numerous examples of how you can create reciprocity in the sales process. And it's authentic. It's not gimmicky. It's authentic reciprocity. I'm going to give you one quick example so it makes sense for some of you. You'll be able to think of some of your own examples. And if you take the sales success, you'll hear all the other examples. But one example of reciprocity is somebody calls you up in a panic, right? And they're like, oh my goodness, I know it's short notice. It's Thursday morning and I have my mother-in-law coming in on Friday. And I'm just so upset because my cleaner no-showed yesterday. My house is dirty and I'm so frustrated. And she's sick. Her 3-year-old is sick again and she's not coming. And I know it's last minute. Is there any way you can get me in on Friday? Right? And imagine if your response is, oh my gosh, we're booked solid. It's spring. Everybody's wanting their house clean. But hold on, let me see what I can do. Right? And you put them on hold. Now, this is authentic. This isn't gimmick. This is authentic because you really do care. You do like to help people, right? She's in a bind. Her mother-in-law is coming. She works 12 hours a day. She doesn't have time to clean. You get it. You feel her pain. And so you put her on hold and you're like looking at the schedule and you're like, I could probably move that monthly client. She's real flexible. She doesn't care. She'll be willing to wait till Monday. And then you look around, you're like, ooh, so-and-so is going to be done by 1. I'll see if she can take on an extra house. You look at this schedule and you're like, ooh, so-and-so is also going to be done kind of early. I think if I move my monthly and get these 2 to agree to an extra house, I think we can help this lady out, right? So you kind of go out of your way. You could have just said, I'm so sorry, we're booked, right? That make it easier on yourself. But you go out of your way and you get back on the phone and you're like, you know what? I had to pull some strings. In fact, I called this other client who's oftentimes kind of flexible. I called her real quick to see if there's any way if she would wait for her cleaning to be done Monday instead of Friday so we can get you in. And that client said yes. And so I pulled a favor and I moved a couple of things around in my schedule and I think I can get you in. I think I can help you. Right? So you have created that positive guilt because it's human nature, not because you did it on purpose. You were truly trying to help somebody and they now want to reciprocate. And so the last thing they're going to say when you went through all of that, you put them on hold, you called a customer, see if they'll move their day. And you know what I'm saying. The last thing they're going to say after you tell them the price is, oh, okay, well, let me check around. They're not, because there's a human nature trigger called reciprocity where they feel completely obligated to go, oh, great. No, that price is fine. Yes, great. Thank you. Right? They're not going to go shop around and try to save themselves $10 because human nature is that we want to reciprocate when someone has been kind. And so we give you tons of examples of how to incorporate reciprocation and that authentic but positive guilt and that human nature around wanting to serve people and help people. So that's just another example of influencing customer behavior in the sales process. And these are things that are skills that when you understand how to implement them specifically in a MAID service, like incremental commitment, it's an actual concept that we teach you in this program, as well as social proof, right? We show you how to leverage social proof that you already have in winning the sale. So it's not about the price, it's about the social proof. And so all of these different things are taught. These are advanced sales skills. Another one is authority, right? How do you establish your authority to where the person on the other line, no matter what you quoted, feels like they are the only option, right? That's establishing your authority in a very powerful way. These are things that we teach in the advanced sales skills sales lab. And I know you'll love it. It's just absolutely fabulous. I wish I had this back when I was training my staff back in the day. So let's see if there are any other comments. Has this been helpful? Let's see. Any other comments? Let me pull. Whoops. Let's see. Oops. Okay. Looking for more comments, but I'm not seeing new ones coming in. So I don't know if you guys can hear me or not, or if my feed went down and I'm just talking into the air, but it shows that I'm still live. So I can't see your, oh wait, new comments are finally coming in. I guess it just took a while. There's one. Oh, it's amazing. Thank you. Who is that? Somebody just said, it's amazing. I'm assuming it's somebody who was in the sales lab training tonight. And why are the comments not refreshing on my computer screen? So anyway, I'm having some wonky issues. Don't know why, but I guess I should be grateful. It looks like the feed. And she said, okay, it says I can still hear you. Great. So I'm not seeing all the comments that are coming through Facebook. So I am looking at the stream live where I can't see your name. But do you get the advanced sales skills in your Momentum, or do you pay for this? No, this is not included in Momentum. It's actually an external program where I have literally partnered with and licensed. I'm a licensed Brian Tracy sales success coach, as well as master coach Art Locke. So I don't have the luxury of free registrations. I actually have to pay for you to be in this course. So unfortunately, it does not come with our Momentum, but it's worth every penny. You'll absolutely love it. I just bought it. Looking forward to watching the videos. Oh, fantastic. So now you got some homework for this weekend. Tomorrow's Friday, and I want you to commit to maybe just get caught up on the advanced one first. So you can take the success one later. Maybe just get caught up on the advanced ones. Go through the first half of the modules and go through the 2 recorded calls that we did, one Monday and one tonight. So you're caught up, and then join us live on Monday. Congratulations. That's fantastic. I'm so excited about that. Oh, Juliana says you're going to love it. Thank you, Juliana. It really is fun. And I mean, I've been selling for 35 years, and I am considered an expert at sales. I mean, if you've ever talked to me see, I keep looking at the wrong camera because my other camera went out. I think it's time for me to buy a new camera. I'm having trouble with that thing. Sorry, I kept looking at the wrong camera. So if you've ever talked to me about joining CBF, you know I'm good at sales, right? And if I weren't good at sales, you shouldn't join my program, right? Because sales is a very critical part of growing your business. It's not the only part, but it is a critical part, especially when you raise your prices and charge what you're worth. And I'm good at sales, right? I've been doing it for 35 years. I've been teaching it for 15 years. But every time I go through this sales success training, and now my first time to go through Sales Success Advanced Lab, I pick up new stuff. And every time I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I need to make sure my staff is doing this back at Buckets and Bows because I'm not involved anymore, right? I'm thinking of, oh my word, I wonder if my sales team is aware at how easy it is to just say this in the sales process. And boom, you influence their buying behavior. And so every time I go through it, I'm so excited. I learn something new that helps me with my coaching business. Keep looking at the wrong camera again. Helps me with my coaching business, helps me with my speed cleaning business. It helps me with Buckets and Bows maid service. Heck, understanding these principles will help you sell eating broccoli to your kid, right? Life is about sales. Did you know that interviewing your employees, your future employees, your job candidates, do you realize that is sales? Again, I'm looking at the wrong camera. Do you realize that's sales? Those of you that can't figure out why people come to the job interview and then don't show up for the job, it's because you don't know how to sell the job. That's a whole nother topic. We'll talk about that another day. Thank you, Juliana. So go to DebbieSardoneTraining.com. 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 When you do, let me share my screen again. I don't want anyone to be frustrated with me. Share your screen. Chrome tab. When you go to DebbieSardoneTraining.com, this is where you'll land. Sales Success and Advanced Sales Lab. Just scroll down. The basic course that a lot of our CBF members and Momentum members have taken is Sales Success. That's $397. I have used this over and over and over to train my sales team. We're a $2 million cleaning business. The basics are what work. Don't complicate things. So that's $397. What we're doing this week is the Advanced Lab. And that's obviously for those who've gone through Sales Success. That's $597. But if you're like, I've missed out on both, well, then you can get both for $799. It's phenomenal. Let's see what that special means. Oh, I think, yeah, it's $799. That's the special, because if you add these two together, it's more than $799. So you can purchase both. You can maybe catch up with the basic training later. But then if you want, do the Sales Advanced Lab and at least catch up on the first half, and then join us Monday after you've taken the third round. And then Thursday of next week would be round number 4, our final live debrief and Q&A. And those are at 6 p.m. Central, Monday and Thursday. Now, they are recorded. So if you're like, well, I can't attend, that's okay. You can catch up on the recordings from tonight and Monday night. And if you can't be with us live on Monday and Thursday of next week, it's all recorded. You'll get to hear the questions other people ask. You'll get to hear the implementation examples we give that are specific to maid service, and you'll love it. So Sales Success Advanced Lab, $597, or both for $799, and you'll love it. You will make more money, and if you make more money, that is the only way on the planet. Money freedom is the only path to time freedom. Period. People tell me all the time, oh, I really want time freedom. Well, money freedom is the path to time freedom. If you don't have enough money, you cannot create time freedom. It's not possible, because you have to work. You have to keep making more money. I just bought it. Looking forward to watching the videos. Yay. Awesome. Congratulations. Okay. That might be somebody that already told me that. I thought it was something new, but anyway. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope those few little value bombs that I dropped around sales will kind of get you all excited and test out a couple of those things I shared with you tomorrow on the phone when your phone rings with prospect. Just those couple of things I shared with you, test them out. All right. I hope you have a great night. And those of you that are like, why am I not a part of Cleaning Business Fundamentals? Why have I not joined this yet? CBF. Why have I not joined? We have a group that just launched last night of advanced cleaning business owners. People think that Cleaning Business Fundamentals is for tiny companies. It's not. It's for people who want to get out of the field and become a mop-free CEO, meaning not cleaning. It's also for people who have been in business for a while. And maybe they even have a few employees, but their business isn't growing. It's not scaling. They work too hard. They don't make enough. All those things. It's to fix the fundamentals. You cannot grow to the next level if you don't fix the fundamentals. I don't care if you're at $1 million. You can't grow to $2 million if some of the fundamentals are broken. And so Cleaning Business Fundamentals is about getting you to the next level. If you've been stuck, if you've been plateaued, if you've been in the same spot for many, many years, if you're still not making what you thought you'd be making by now, if you do not have the time freedom that you thought you were creating when you started your own business and quit your corporate job, if you don't have the time freedom, then probably you just have some of the basic fundamentals that need to be fixed or tweaked in your business. So Cleaning Business Fundamentals is the path. It is several $1,000s. If you're not ready or able, or it would become a financial burden to your family, if you cannot put $1,900 down and make $589 payments until it's paid for, then it's the wrong timing. So don't book a strategy session. But if you know you are ready to invest in getting yourself to the next level and learning more things like sales skills, but profit skills and employee hiring skills and retaining great staff skills, if you're ready for all those skills, pricing skills, getting the owner out of the field, if you're ready for that and you are ready to financially invest in yourself, go to cleaningbusinessfundamentals.com, cleaningbusinessfundamentals.com, and fill out an inquiry form And if you are ready to invest in yourself, you can book a strategy session. We can decide if we are a good fit for each other. So cleaningbusinessfundamentals.com. So that's a lot of information, guys. If you want to join Sales Success Training and take advantage of this quality material for a year, DebbieSardoneTraining.com is where you go. All right, I'll let you go. It's late, and I think there's a cocktail with my name on it. All right, everybody, have a great night.